I'm thirsty, buddy. Give me something to drink. Well done, buddy.
How can that bottle even break? It's plastic.
Well, do you think I want to ruin my floor just for our stupid intros? Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
We have reviewed more than 500 Indian movies on the channel, and today's movie was once again picked by one of our awesome Malayalam tier supporters. Anna Joseph has chosen the 2015 Malayalam language comedy Kunjiramayanam, which translates to The Story of Kunjiraman. It was the directorial debut by Basil. Basil Joseph, who was only 25 years old at the time. He has also acted in a lot of films, some of which we have also seen. And I actually also saw another film of his that he directed and that I really liked a lot. It's a...
Romancham.
No, that was someone else.
Okay.
I watched
just throwing it out there. I thought you said, okay.
No. It was the 2021 Malayalam take on the superhero genre.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Minal Murali. But back to this movie. This one stars the two sons of Sreenivasan, Vineeth and Dian, who acted together on screen for the very first time and who play cousins in the film, Lalu and the titular Kunjiraman. Buddy, what's the story of these two cousins and what's the movie all about?
Yeah. So, the story is as follows. It's a little bit complex because
really,
okay. I tell you what this. Okay. Kunjiraman plans to marry Tankamani, but because Kunjiraman's dim-witted cousin Lalu places an adult movie in Kunjiraman's VCD player, the marriage gets cancelled.
Yes.
This incident causes a rift, and both families swear to their blood to have their child married before the other.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not all. Because with Kunjiraman's regular arrivals and departures, he works in the Gulf.
Yes.
One or two curses seem to have been placed on the village. The village is called Desham.
Yeah, that's the story.
That's the story, yeah.
That's the story. I have to say, I had a really nice time with this movie. This is a really fun little movie. It's only 2 hours long, which is almost short for an Indian movie. And for once, this is a full-fledged comedy. It's not like a comedy drama. It's also not really a romance, though there's a little bit of romance in there, but it's actually a full-fledged comedy.
Yeah.
And it's just like a cool hangout movie. The pacing is really stuff happens.
Yeah.
Characters are a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
We have this curse, then there's another curse.
Yeah.
He goes to the Gulf, he comes back.
It just goes with the flow.
It goes with the flow. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yes, I liked it too.
Nice.
I thought this was a nice movie about which I actually don't have that many bad things to say about. So there are some things that I maybe didn't like that much, but it's no big issue. So all in all, I thought this was just pleasant entertainment.
Yeah.
With some really great stuff. Great stuff in there. And I just had a good time, you know?
Nice.
I just had a good time.
Nice. I think this is a movie that's, when it comes to the genre, comedy, it has all the familiar formula or ingredients or mechanics of a comedy.
Yeah.
It's about characters that are a little bit down on their luck. Characters that are likable, but still also a little bit mischievous.
Yes. Yeah.
But... So it's like a typical comedy, but then it also has all the elements that are coming from the culture it presents and where it was made.
Yeah.
So we have an ensemble cast, which is typical for many Indian movies. We have the portrayal of this little Indian village, so you get village life. Then the fact of like getting to work in the Gulf and coming back, that's a aspect we have seen in many Malayalam movies. To make kind of money for your family, has to go back to another country, to the Gulf, which is and of course 2 very, let's say, typical Indian ingredients that move the story along, and those are the subject matter of booze and boozing in the first half, and the subject matter of marriage and getting married in the second half. So these are also 2 elements that are very much ingrained in that culture. Of course, we in the Western world also booze a lot, and we also marry. But it's like, especially in Malayalam cinema, boozing is like part of everyday life. So
it seems like it.
And just how these elements seem to be of such an importance in this movie and in the daily lives in that village, and everything revolves around that, and that makes it very fun.
It makes it fun, and it also makes, like, because the movie is a comedy and it's like very colorful, and like you said, we have these like bubbly, quirky characters, so everything feels quite comfortable in this scenario. We like to be in this village. We like to be with these people. It feels warm. It feels comfy. It's like this. I don't know. You just like to be a part of this for 2 hours. And I thought that the characters, because you already mentioned them, it's not like we like get the most like fleshed out characters. There are some more fleshed out than others, but I thought the actors that play these characters are like defined enough that they are working well, so that we can say, okay, this guy, the one that's like working at the it's like sewing clothes, and this guy is a little bit like, okay, he's like Lalu is the
idiot cousin.
The idiot cousin, and of course we have Vineeth Sreenivasan playing playing the main character. Everybody has enough traits and enough character to be like, okay, so this is about them and this is about their lives and everything that happens. So it worked really well with these characters and with their humor and everything that happens to them and because of them.
I also had no idea what the movie will be all about when I watched this. I went in totally fresh, and the moment I realized that it's about boozing and that boozing is like salsa, like this is the story. It's about getting booze in that little village, and it's not possible because there's some kind of curse. I was like, this is great. This is fun. I love this.
Especially like this fixation on this drink especially. It's like, maybe we can get something other, but we want salsa.
Just the reactions, like when our main protagonist decides that he quits drinking, his friends are so like devastated. They're like, what's going on with you? And it's like
friendship over.
They can't be friends anymore. And it's of course something that we also know in our society, because drinking is like the drug number one, and the one that's accepted in society, and almost like you have to drink. And as an adult, if you don't drink, there must be something wrong with you. If you always have to answer questions like, why aren't you drinking?
Exactly. When you're in the group of people, like sitting together, 5-6 people drinking, and you're the one person who doesn't drink, you always have to answer the question, oh, so everything okay with you? Why don't you drink?
You're instantly an outsider, and there's something wrong with you. And it's almost like you are trying to, I don't know, destroy their happiness, destroy the vibe, and you can't let them be themselves. And they probably also like recognize, maybe we are drinking a little bit too much, and he's showing us that. He has to go.
You can also have fun without drinking.
And it's just so great when these people are talking, and they are talking like, we have to get something to drink. If we can't get something to drink, what are we doing today? We're totally lost. We can't just hang out. We have to get something, and it's. The absurdity, it's so great. It's so life is over. There's a curse now. We can't drink anymore.
We need to find a way to break this curse.
It's
awesome. It's also like a very fun sequence in this movie when there's like all the ways that a bottle can break.
Like
everybody tries to bring salsa back into the village, but Yeah, sometimes I was wondering why. So, yeah. Now this time we can make it on the bike. 2 people on the bike. So why don't you just get off the freaking bike?
Yeah, but they even try to like.
Yeah, I know. But still, it's so funny to see how like throw the bottle, like move it across the floor, the ground. Try it with a bike, try it on foot and everything. Yeah, but the bottle still breaks. That's really funny. Yeah. And of course the salsa song.
I just wanted to mention we also get a really fun song sequence. It's like a love letter to this alcoholic beverage called salsa that we have to try one day. Yeah, it's a wonderful sequence. In general, the cinematography by Vishnu Sama is pretty nice. Mm-hmm. The movie looks really nice, like most Malayalam movies of this so-called Malayalam new wave look. Mm-hmm. They are usually shot with a great eye for details and framing. Yeah. And the movie looks pretty nice. And this song, especially the salsa song, it's so fun with all these guys singing about their drug addiction or their love. Yes, and their passion. It also salsa. Like with the cinematography, it has like this fairy tale surreal quality to it, because not only the songs, but how everything is shot, because of the colors maybe, but the songs especially, when the 5 guys are like in the water and their heads are just only above the surface, and everything has like this dreamlike quality, which is really, really nice. Yeah, and makes this whole satirical aspect like and also the juxtaposition, it's so deadpan how they sing. It's so stoic and that makes it funnier. In the second half, there's also another fantastic song sequence that I liked even more than the salsa song. Yeah. This one is called Ayayo, sung by Vineeth Sreenivasan himself. And I thought that song has such a fresh and unique touch to it. Again, it's about singing about the misery, and I'm so poor and I'm cursed, and look at my life. And again, it's shot so beautifully, so surreal, and he's so down on his luck, and it's really, really fun. It also works perfect because Vineeth has like this. He looks like his father to me. He almost 100% looks like his father, and that character that he plays is the few movies that we know with Sreenivasan is a typical Sreenivasan character, because this down on his luck character, but also like kind of bragging all the time to be like but I work in the golf, I'm rich, I have cool glasses, I have a watch or something. It's like the car always like now I'm back, and now I bring salsa back, and now all this stuff, like it's the typical character. It fits perfectly. He plays him so well. Yep. So that this song where he's like in all this misery for himself, like bathing in it. It's so great. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. Now, I don't think the movie's a masterpiece or anything. I think it's a little bit too repetitive. Yes, especially towards the end. It almost, this is typical for how Indian movies work. It's very much like 2 movies. Yes. And at the interval section, it's almost like the movie's over. Mm-hmm. Now, all the stuff with the boozing, the curse is broken. It's almost like, we're done here. Yeah. It's like a short movie, 1 hour, we're done. Then it starts again. Now the curse is marriage, which is a fine and fun twist. Yeah. It's also, the second half is also pretty good, but it's a little bit repetitive. Mm-hmm. And the pacing is also a little bit all over the place. There's not that much drive behind it. And he just goes away, he comes back, and now he's in love with this girl, and they are trying that, and it's fun. Yeah, so one thing that I like about this movie, that it has this kind of positive laziness, but it's also like a detriment to it, where it's like, okay, so maybe now, maybe 10-20 minutes shorter or something. Yeah, so it's both. Yeah. But I also have to say that I thought that the overall story with these 2 elements in the first and the second half, I thought it still felt organic, because like this overall thing with the curse and these little feuds between the characters, if it's between, the big family feud between what's his name? But well done Vasu and the mother of the titular character. Kunjiraman, mother of Kunjiraman, who all these like little feuds and all the scheming that they do. So the things work with the overarching story and these little feuds. So I thought it still felt organic, and it made sense.
So it didn't feel like, what's this about now? I'm losing track and so yeah. But still.
Minor spoiler alert. But I just want to mention the ending as well, because we get a special appearance by Bijou Menon, and we get this like little mass element, or they are making fun of that element, because when Bijou Menon is appearing in a movie, it's presented as a special appearance, and he always gets this little hero music, this little theme music.
He's also the narrator of this movie in the end?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. And I again just had fun with the whole stuff in the end. And again, there's a little twist because there's a scheme again, and he helps them, and then he gets also a little bit screwed, and then he gets the girl, but then the girl is like different than he thinks, and that's also fun. And then the movie just ends.
And then the movie just ends. So it left me a little bit like wanting more, or like not wanting more, but it left me a little bit incomplete because I didn't like quite get what this whole thing was about. So in the end, I was asking myself, is it like is it about that our narrator, this guy is an asshole, or is it about like don't believe what people say, or is it about everybody's crazy in this village, or is it? So I didn't get it. So the movie ends and it's just over. Lalu is so the idiot cousin is like totally unhappy in the end.
Yeah, he's like really a poor guy.
The others get what they want, but it's like it's a little bit like of an aftertaste where I thought all this story felt so organic and everything made sense, but the end is like, okay, now it's over, and I was a little bit hanging in the air.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Anything else?
One tiny little thing that I didn't like about the songs.
Okay.
Both songs had like this auto-tune. Okay. This where the voice is like with this effect, and I just don't like this effect, and I thought it was not necessary. I really liked the songs, and I thought, why use auto-tune? It distracted me from the song. Okay. Just a little thing that I didn't like, because I really hate auto-tune. But nonetheless, the songs itself are great.
Yeah, the songs are great. Did we mention who the composer was? The songs were composed by Justin Prabhakaran. Yeah. So in German,
I'd say, quirlige Charaktere, die ständig irrwitzige Pläne schmieden, sich dabei selbst ins Knie schießen und doch eigentlich nur saufen wollen. Kunjiramayanam ist leichte und humorvolle Unterhaltung, genau nach meinem Geschmack.
Nice. Kunjiramayanam ist ein wirklich vergnüglicher kleiner Comedy Spaß mit schrulligen Charakteren, absurden Situationen und echt tollen Songs. Etwas repetitiv ist das Ganze allerdings auch. I give Kunjiramayanam 7 out of 10. It's more like 7.1, but I don't do that.
For me, it's 8 out of 10. It's more like 7.5, but I don't do that either. Jimmy.
Yeah.
I did a little research on salsa.
I knew you
the alcoholic beverage that a lot of this movie revolves around. So the first thing that I read is that it was actually a fictional drink. That they made it up. But after scrolling through a lot of subreddits, I find out that there actually was a brand called Salsa in Kerala in the 1990s. But they obviously shut down a long time ago, and it hasn't been around for a long time. So I really couldn't find anything more about salsa. So I couldn't like order it. So that
okay.
Yeah, that's but it actually existed.
Okay.
At one time, but it doesn't anymore.
It was too strong.
Maybe we should give people an address here in Vienna, Austria, so they can send us a bottle of salsa.
I'm not sure if it's such a good idea to send booze.
It's going to cost a fortune to send a bottle of salsa to Austria.
Yeah, please. I think we have to pay customs when it arrives.
Yes. Well.
Yeah. All right. That was the review.
Yes.
You can find us, follow us, and support us on patreon.com/thejimmycage. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like.
Yeah. And if you want to be part of our journey to get salsa into Austria, click the bell.
Nice.